Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new episode of Rants with Dez, aka Dez Rant. Today, we're going to talk about toning down the rhetoric. I have three people I want to talk about: Joe Biden, Taylor Swift, and and the so-called first running mate or matus, I guess you would call, um, for the Democratic Party. Because you know what, they are evil. All three of them are. Not too often I have three to talk about, but today we have three. Um, The only reason why we're starting with Joel is because when he decided to actually fall asleep at the wheel, literally, Joe Biden, he's one of those gifts that keeps on giving. This past week, first off, let's talk about right after the attempt on Trump's life the first time around. He was pretty much saying we got to tone down the rhetoric. That didn't last very long. I mean, this past week he made the comment, we need to put Trump in jail now. And then he's like, politically. Okay. So, Sleepy Joe, how does that work for you? Are you scared he's going to come for you? Because let's be honest, Trump's not going for you anymore at this point. You're, first off, past saving, number one. Number two, you're beyond the point of actually trying to go after. After November, I mean, January 20th, when it's the new takeover, Trump's not going to worry about you. Maybe your son should worry because he might go after him. The fact is, one of the reasons why he did not win the 2020 election is because of the laptop that was actually not taken serious because, God forbid, you know, people know about that. But you won the election fair and square. I will never say it. People tell me. Quite frankly, Joe Biden won that election fair and square. There was no swing states that were swung. There was no way in hell that Trump won that election. No way, no. Even though, without a shadow of a doubt, we know damn well if it would have been all legit, Sleepy Joe could have eaten a freaking big ass bucket of ice cream every freaking day and not have to worry about shit. I always love the freaking tax cut for people that make over 400,000. Way to go, Sleepy Joe. But when you do the rhetoric, first off, you say one thing, but then you say several months later. I mean, this was in July. We're almost in November, basically at election time, because people are already voting, early voting, which I think is gay. I think it should be the day of, unless you're a military person that's actually away. That's the only way to me that you should go vote. Otherwise, it's gay. Well, I guess really the handicapped as well. I'm talking about the handicapped that can't leave their place. You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where I'm going live. I have no notes here. I just have my my little Megatron here. I got my little chickadee. I have a notepad, but nothing on for today's live, actually. I just want to talk about the rhetoric. So, the early voting to me is gay. I think it should be straight. You go to the polls. If you're lazy to go to the polls that day, well, sorry. If you don't vote, you don't get the bitch. You be like, well, I guess I didn't vote this time, so I really can't say anything. But toning down the rhetoric, you said, after the attempt on Trump's life, and after that fact, it didn't take long. You were going after Trump again. Democrats, when are you going to learn? When the hell are you going to learn to tone down your rhetoric? To me, the whole thing is a rigmarole of bullshit. The fact is, I want to believe you. I really, I wish I could. But every time you open your freaking mouth, it's a whole lot of cackling. And we're going to get to her at the end. By the way, the Taylor Swift thing is not going to take more than 3 minutes. So This was going to probably be a shorter one than what I think it's going to be. Fact is, but let's talk more about the rhetoric of Joe Biden of the left before we continue on. Like I said, they have been saying tone it down since the attempt, but then they constantly call Trump a Nazi, basically Hitler. What do you think's going to happen? Ass hats. So instead of calling him Hitler this time, he says we should jail Trump. And people are cheering. Of course, these people that are cheering are morons that don't know shit about anything when it comes to policies. To me, the whole rigmarole that actually is Sleepy Joe. That is the Democratic Party. To me, it's crazy. I the Democratic Party went way, way left. It is so sad, actually. Back in the day, they actually were a party of morals, half-ass morals. When their biggest stance is abortion, and that's why you're voting for them, that shows how evil you are as well. Share this video to your liberals. Share them to the liberals. By the way, this is not Trump laying down like he's sleeping or dead. It's a flag that says "Miss me yet." So, so you liberals that see this, I also have a Trump 2024 hat on. So suck it. I want liberals to see this. The fact is, I get along with even liberals pretty well, to be honest. It's not one of my bragging things. The fact is, I try to get along with everybody. You know why? Because I believe everybody has the more redeeming sense in it. I think everybody should be saved by God. We'll be talking about that when it comes to Kamala. And that's why a lot of times I do the way I do. First off, a lot of times on YouTube, I got to think about before I say it because you know what? I don't want to get shut down. Last night I got three of my pages shut down on Instagram, and we did nothing wrong. All of a sudden, boom, it was shut down. Boom, it was shut down. Actually, the first one was taken down a couple nights ago, and then last night was two of them. I have four channels. I got one channel left, and it's called Double D's the Rant. So that's probably why. Getting back to Joe Biden, there's a reason why they got rid of Joe Biden as the nominee because he's worthless piece of shit, and his rhetoric is so. I'm not gonna say devices. That would be the word. He's just an evil piece of shit, and he just needs to go back to the nursing home and to stay there and eat his ice cream. Joe Biden, you were never a good person. You were never a good human being. You're not a good Catholic. I'm not saying I'm a good Catholic. I'm a Catholic. I am a Catholic, but I have my sins. So I'm not the perfect Catholic. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not the perfect Catholic. But the fact is, the only one that was actually legitimately sinless on this planet was Jesus Christ. Even Mary, I'm sure, had her sins. I was never there, but I'm sure she had. But she was pretty much the closest thing to perfect. That's why God chose her. But Joe Biden, you're definitely now Catholic. If you believe in abortion, especially all the way to the day it's born, the baby, only call it an it because that's how it came out of my mouth. The baby that's born, you are a murderer. Abortion is murder, Joe Biden. Tone down the rhetoric. Tone it down. You chose to do nothing about it. It makes you a bad person and it makes you a bad Catholic. At the end of the day, Joe Biden, you get nothing. So does frickin' Nancy Pelosi. Isn't she another Catholic, I believe? Tone down that rhetoric. Tone it down. I think I'm done with Joe because you know what? He's only got we're in October, November, December. He's basically got less than 3 months to go as the president. Oh, we'll be talking about in the future. Actually, I plan on going live again possibly tomorrow or Monday. I have a 4 day weekend, so maybe I'll go live all 4 days. Who knows? People are gonna be so sick of Des Rant. They're like, oh, why did I subscribe to this channel? All 36 of you. See, it's fun being a young channel because you can actually nitpick and you see how many people actually subscribe to you. By the way, if you love this content, please subscribe so I can, tease you like that too. Because you know what, once we go to 37, I'll be celebrating. I really will be celebrating. It's one of those things where it's it's an honor that you have subscribed to my channel, and I I plan on in the near future planning on making a lot more content. Let's be honest. Especially once Instagram kicks me off, and then I'll get Facebook to kick me off. I'm like, oh boy, now it's all 100% the YouTuber, because you know what, sharing is caring, and share this shitio, the shit, the shitio. I would never say it. People tell me. Let's go to Taylor Swift. I think this is actually a funny thing. Since she endorsed the one that we're going to talk about in the main event, she really has shit the bed, literally. Her go when it comes to concerts, there's actually videos and pictures of her. Like, the audience is not nearly what it used to be. Here's one of those things where you got to think, maybe, just maybe, keep your politics aside. Fact is, you could be a Kamala supporter, just keep it on the inside. Just don't say it out loud. Many actors have actually done this and they've lost so many fans. Um, it is so sad. At the end of the day, I love it. Once again, she's a woman that does the worst decision making I have ever seen before. First men, and now a woman. Her songs are all about her failures, so I can't wait to see what this one's gonna bring. It's gonna sing about Kamala not being the president, or her endorsing her, and I was wrong. Hopefully, Taylor Swift's make a song about this. And for that Kelsey out there, are you still a Taylor Swift fan? Because I heard you were voting for Trump. I don't know if that's true. I saw a meme that you were voting for Trump while she was voting for Kamala. The fact is, I could never date a Democratic woman anymore. A woman that's a Democrat, no. They are so far to the left, it's not even funny anymore. And to me, it doesn't make any sense. My body, my choice. My body, my choice. If that's all you got, when there's so many more important things out there, how about this? Don't, if it's because, you didn't want to get pregnant yet and you have a boyfriend or a fiance or whatever, just don't do it. It's pretty simple. Keep the penis away from the vagina. Keep it away from it. Keep it away from it. Yes, I'm a educator right now. Keep it away from it. It's all that simple. It's not like you accidentally fall on her and you accidentally do her, or vice versa, whatever you want to. It's common sense. The fact is, my body, my choice. How about this? How about you stop doing it like a jackrabbit and want to abort your baby? People always say, but Des, what about rape and incest and the mother's life's on the line? If they would go down to those three things, I would say maybe. I'm not okay with it, but I would say maybe. Either way, it's still murder. Murder's murder. It doesn't matter how you look at it. The only reason I'm saying maybe is because you know what? I'm trying to see the other side of it. The fact is, murder is murder, and at the end of the day, if those would be the only three things and nothing else, I would say maybe. Because at the end of the day, you know what? It's still up to the woman. It's her soul that's actually on the line, not mine. So at the end, I would say that. That's basically all I'm going to say because you know what? Taylor Swift, you are an evil piece of shit with bad choices. And if your biggest reason is because of abortion, which I'm sure it is, and you're a libtard, the fact is I actually didn't mind your music back in the day. I loved you in your country. But then you went woke. Huge time woke. But I guarantee you, your biggest reason is because of the abortion thing. And Trump was never going to take away abortion. He was going to give it to the states, which is the right way to do it. So if you got to drive 3 hours to get your abortion on, or 6 hours, I think you deserve it to actually drive that 6 hours. Got to get another 6 hours back and reflect on what you did. You evil, evil woman. You're evil. If you're willing to abort your baby, a priest once said, if you're willing to abort your baby, you're, well, you're a murderer, is what you are. And that's the truth. At the end, Taylor Swift, I love the fact that you have lost fans and keep your opinion to yourself at this point when it comes to politics because you don't actually have sense when it comes to politics, not even pennies. You can make the millions, you can make it rain, you can make it rain. I would never say it, people can make it rain, but to me, you got no sense whatsoever. Speaking of no sense, let's go to the main one. Let's talk about Kamala. uh, you gotta always love how he can actually transition from one to the other. And Joe Biden, Taylor Swift, you're done for now. I will talk to you about you guys in a later one. Let's be honest, Taylor Swift's gonna do something before the election, even though it's less than, well, it'll be a week from Tuesday. That's actually kind of impressive. Son of a nutcracker. This year has been going by fast. Not gonna lie, the fastest year I can remember. Maybe because it was election year. Must be. Let's talk about Kamala. First off, I love the screw ups that she's done lately. Last weekend, they said Jesus Christ, which I have a picture of him right here on top of me, always looking down on me. When I'm taking a sip of my bottles over there or having a beer while I go live. Um, he sees what I'm doing, and I have a couple crucifixes over yonder. This is possibly the most holy room filled with spirits in the house. The fact is, it's good times. But let's talk about what she said last week. I don't think she thought it was going to get as ugly as what she did when they said Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior. And when she made the comment, "You're in the wrong rally," I don't think she realized it was going to get as big of a backlash as what it did. First off, Kamala, we're here because of God, aka Jesus' Son, which actually is God, reincarnated in human. The fact he said that is not only shitty, but it shows you how retarded that you really are. The fact is this: it shows you what side of history that you want to be part of. And anybody that votes Kamala is not a friend of Dez. And I mean this. The fact is, I have one coworker I can't sit by anymore. At break time, I actually sit in the locker room. I'll wait the whole 8 hours before I eat something. I'll eat my breakfast in the morning and I'll go home and eat afterwards. The fact is this: anybody that is for Kamala is evil. When she made that comment, she brought the devil into this world. Even though I know he's here already. This is not God's kingdom. God's kingdom is above. But when she made that comment, it's like a slap in anybody that believes in something up other other than us, something that's above us, something that's in the end that we're not alone. I'm not talking about aliens, but a creator. She smacked us all in the face. At the end of the day, Kamala, you lost that election at that exact point. They cannot rig this election. They cannot rig it. If they do, we know something is up. You're not a smart person, Kamala. You laugh like a freaking hyena. Trust me, I wanted to say that bomb, but I held myself back. The evil that's going through your veins, it's got to be satanic. The fact is that you're this evil shows your retardation, and it shows that you really don't have any morals. Once again, willing to kill a baby all the way to the day the baby's born. I don't know what you do behind closed doors. I don't want to know what you do behind closed doors because that would probably freak me the hell out. I like scary stories. I love scary stories. But what you do, I believe is worse. At the town hall you actually had this past week, it showed your stupidity. It showed that you can't answer questions. It shows once again why you were the worst pick. But I don't think it's because they were expecting you to win. They just lay low for 4 years, let Trump be the president, and then you're going to bring on the NWO. Because the big play actually is the NWO. I think Obama's going to be the one running it. Speaking of Obama, before we get back to Kamala, I love the fact where he was trying to rap like Eminem. Eminem, go screw yourself. I actually didn't hate your music, but once you did the whole F Trump thing back at 20, was it 15 or 2016? I think it was after he won the election, but it was before he was president. I think that's when the BET Awards was. I couldn't tell you. Either way, it was either right before Trump became president or right after. You did the whole thing where you're like, I'm a I'm a black guy because I'm a white guy surrounded by black guys rapping. What? Eminem, you're shit. You're actually ashamed of your shade. This is not a color. Black is not a color. They're shades. I'm ashamed that you're actually. Well, I'm ashamed that you're white as well because you're a loser. You're a has been. You're a never was. Some of your songs were hits, but in the end, Eminem, you're a loser. Suck on those nuts on that one. The fact is, when it comes to you, Eminem, I don't care about you. You could wish you were not white. I wish you were not white either, because you will put a disgrace on this shade. You're a dumbass. The BET Awards where you were like, F Trump, it really showed your true colors. Just like any fucking liberal, part of my French, oui. I can't help it. Sometimes I do have to swear because you know what? Instead of, holding it in, I gotta get it out. Scram, I do it a lot more. But I try to hold it back on the YouTube. Getting back to Kamala, because Eminem and Obama, go F yourselves. Literally. I'm pretty sure you did that same night. You went to the back locker room and you probably did it. Because let's be honest, Obama's probably gay with Michael. Come on. I know you guys get that reference. You get the joke. But when it comes down to it, when it comes to Kamala, people say she's smart. And that tells you how retarded people really are. The fact that you call her smart. Okay. What did she do for economy? Yes, I said comedy, but economy the past 4 years. She was still a VP. She still had some kind of say in it. But no. At the end, We're this close to the election right now. We're a little over a week away. Kamala is definitely not fit. We actually had 3 years and a fourth under Trump because the last part of it was the China virus. We had more money in our pockets. Gas prices were low. Support of the military, the cops. America was actually a threat to the world because, big red button. Now under the Kamala, aka Joe Biden. I mean, how many times did he call Kamala the actual president? I love that part. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. He called her the president. And here we go again. We don't need another 4 years of Kamala if Joe Biden is saying that she's the president back then already. God, I love that. You can't make this stuff up anymore. Oh, bloody hell. I love the fact that we have. I'm glad Trump lost the 2020 election, aka the quotes, but I'm glad this happened. So America does wake up. The world does wake up. Other countries throughout the world have woken up already, and they've actually picked the right people to actually run their country. And I just hope next Tuesday, we're on Friday right now. So a week from Tuesday, we're at 11 days away, I believe it is. Or is it 10? I'm not doing the math right now. I'll do the math after I get done with this live. But we're a very short period of time before the election does happen. Like I said, I will be going live at least one more time before my weekend is over. Um, there's always topics to talk about. Nothing else more about the election. But I think I'm done here. The cackling C word, she needs to go. She does not need to be hired as our president. And if she does, we're done. As America, it's over. It's over. I'm not going to apologize for it because you know what? I have nothing to apologize for. I've warned you guys, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram, our democracy, they always say. For once, I wish they would actually say constitutional republic. Or I know they say democracy because it's easier to say. It's only one word. But if they were serious and they were actually true patriots, they would say constitutional republic. That's how America was founded on. But God forbid, they actually talk about God. Well, I think I'm done rambling. Once again, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Until next time, peace out. And like always, happy